All right, guys. I went to Vegas and I came back and I'm pretty tired, but I didn't get that drunk, so that's good. I was actually super excited for Monday. I got back early, slept, felt great. I had such. So let me see what happened on Friday. So one thing about the Karate Kid, I'll get to that, but so I was excited for this sucker, SAEX. This was the big one on Friday. Dude, I was so drunk and I had FOMO and I woke up and I hit and I ran and it paid for the trip, right? So anyways, so getting back to the Karate Kid. I mean, that's like a classic 80s, 90s movie. And I mean, I think it's very good for trading because, like, shit, this kid wants to learn karate, and the sensei guy's like, here, first wash my car. But he doesn't realize that all the strokes that he's doing, washing the car, is helping him to do karate moves, right? And that's pretty much the discipline. And so there's a quote I like to share with you guys. Let me see. It's about let me see. Where is this? Basically, it says that successful people are basically the way to success is your habits. So, I mean, if you have good habits, you're gonna be successful. I mean, that's pretty much the bottom line. And so that's why for the longest time, all you hear me talk about, which is, I mean, people ask about strategies, shit, all that shit you can learn, because everyone has a different strategy. But I emphasize on habits, good habits, all the time, right? I'm just like, dude, you may get lucky on a trade, but eventually over time, your bad habits will catch up with you, right? So you gotta keep on good habits. So for trading, I'll give you an example. I gotta wake up hella early. So I got into mode one time when I became complacent because I made enough money. I thought I was good, and I started partying way too much. Which, I mean, so I became famous for partying. But you know, that kind of affected my trading. And so at that time, trading was not my priority. So now I'm getting back because teaching you guys actually here is making me fucking excited, man. So when over the weekend you saw me talk about. You saw me talk about, let me try to turn this shit around. Nope, that's my hangover face. No, I'm joking. But yeah, when you talk about why me and Alex or me and whoever is about to do something, it's not for the money, man. It's like this shit. So doing these IG lives got me excited again because it's like sharing, giving back. It's like when you start making money, it's like, dude, just making more money is just not enough. I mean, fuck, dude, how much more shit do you need, right? And so what's getting me excited is like, fuck, dude, teaching you guys this stuff and doing IG live and getting people excited. I mean, that sort of stuff, like, fucking, like, you know, makes me excited. So I was really excited to come in and maybe nail some trades. And so every day now I'm like, all right, I'm gonna come in, hopefully nail some trades so that I can fucking show you guys. So I've been really focused on that kind of stuff. And what I've been focused on is the entry. It's like before I was like bored. And so it's really weird, dude. Back in the day, I'd be just fucking around just to see if I can break even again. Seriously, dude. I would fuck around with the stock. And then, okay, it got exciting when I was like, okay, I'm fucking down. Let me fucking turn this shit around. So I would be so bored and I'd do stupid shit like that, you know? But now it's like my motivation is very different. It's like, because it's like this, doing the same shit over and over. You get really, really fucking bored, dude. Seriously. And robotic trading, I mean, that's what makes people successful trading, right? I mean, doing the same shit over and over. And I wake up and I fucking do the same shit over and over. And after a while, it just gets fucking bored where it's just like a video game. And so the only thing that's exciting for a video game is you get to the next level, make more money, higher score. Just, I mean, after that, it's just a rat race, right? I mean, how much is enough, right? So I'm teaching now that good habits. So example would be sleeping at a certain pattern and waking up at a certain pattern. So now my body's fucking rested, dude. I wake up automatically. I don't even need an alarm clock, dude. I seriously went to pee today at 4:24. I woke up at 4:24 a.m. And guess what time when my alarm clock was? 4:38, dude. So I woke up within like 10 minutes automatically. And that's what happens when you have fucking 10, 20 years of repetition of waking up at the same time, going to sleep at the same time. And so those are the good habits you want to start forming again, right? And that becomes, I call it trading by reflex. So a good habit would be like knowing when to fucking stop trading, knowing when to take money off, knowing the FOMO, you know, knowing when you're not supposed to get in. Just those are the things that becomes a reflex. And so when people start so for me, like level 2 and reading charts, that's pretty much reflex. I don't have to think, you know. It's like I've been doing the same shit over and over. It's like it's a reflex. So you want to get your body trained first of all as an athlete. I think trading is like being an athlete, right? You need to be in tip-top shape. If you're fucking having problems, mental issues, girlfriend problem, money problem, whatever, it's like it's gonna really affect your trading. So you gotta get your fucking habits in good shape, right? So I've been trying to sleep. I live in California, so before 11 o'clock, I mean, that's still not enough time to sleep, but that's enough. I can nap during the day afterwards, you know. But the point is getting up. My body automatically gets up, dude. Even the problem is the fucking weekends, right? The weekends, I'm still up. I'm like, shit, the market's not open. But you know, those are the good habits you start forming, and that's why I talk about the Karate Kid, because like, dude, he's doing these repetitious things like washing a car, but that in turn helps him, you know, do his moves. So that's the whole thing about doing. I mean, like, dude, like if I cover a stock where I plan to cover a stock, and it goes down more, and I get FOMO, I break my repetition, right? I break my good habits. And then the next time it's gonna fucking screw me. I should have covered, right? And so you make the plan and you stick to the plan. So that is your repetition. So before you get into a stock, you already got in mind where you're gonna enter, where you're gonna exit. Stick to that. And if you wanna deviate from that, you can do it slowly. Maybe cover 75, maybe take 75% off and hold 25%. Or take 90 and hold 10 just for fun, right? Just to see. So you're always testing your strategy, right? So I mean, I always hold a little bit, and every time but the problem is like, it kicks me in the ass too. It's like, oh shit, I should have covered it all. So you play around with that. So if you're up enough money, so each day actually like, let's say you make some money, you put 10% to try different things, okay? And so when you're cushioned out, like right now, I just bought DDE at 302. And I'm scalping this shit. I'm talking to you right now. Because remember my fucking first bounce thing that I talked about? Let me put that on the screen now. So here's DDE. So it's been holding $3 steady all day, right? So I mean, once I realized, so I started shorting at 320, and I was like, shit, I'm only getting fucking like 10-cent moves, you know? Like, look, it's like it's in a tight range. Remember I told you when it's in a tight range like that, and the volume is huge. This is huge. This is 18 million, and the float's like 16. So I already did a rotation, and so I felt this was a long stock. See, I'm long 302 at $3.02 because I was long around this $3 line. And look, it's a fucking $25,000, 25 bid. So when you see this kind of shit, actually, it's kind of like, I don't trust it but it's a pumper, so you can actually use that as a stop. So so now I have a 302 average. So if that guy leaves, I'm gonna dump it. I'm gonna hit the bid. So that's how you can trade. So that's how you can trade against guys that are pumping this shit up. Okay, and so my line is 320. So all day it's been trapped between 320 and this. So now there, I just dumped that shit out because the guy left, right? So I don't care. I could be trapped, but it's a guaranteed play. I mean, pretty high probability for me, right? So I mean, so those are the tricks because right now it's midday, it's 11:30. My whole goal right now is like, dude, I made enough. I mean, you never make enough, but I meant like. I stopped trading around 11 because there's nothing good that ever happens, like zombies and stuff. So for the rest of the day, so I'm using my cushion. I'm using my profits as cushion to start trading. So I trade really small now. So I cut back my size, and I was like, okay, maybe I want to risk 25% of my profits just to mess around or learn, or maybe take a chance and start scalping them, you know. So, but you never want to give back everything. So like when you go to the casino, if I win, I put half in my pocket. And now I'm playing with the house's money. And so those are the good habits that you should kind of keep to yourself. So these are the things that is not a technical. So trading is an art as well. It's a science. Okay, the science can be taught. And so, but the art that's a sort of mental habit and discipline that you need. Because, I mean, this is a long game, man. At the end of the day, it gets fucking boring. It gets exciting, but it gets boring when you, and it's like, making money should be fucking boring, right? I mean, fuck, dude. And so it's, I had stretches where it's so fucking boring. I literally, like, you read the book. I mean, I'm serious, man. I fucking make money every day, and it's boring as fuck. So I deviate just because it's fun. But then when I deviate and I lose a shitload of money, I'm like, fuck, dude. Boring and making money is okay too. So it's kind of like an entitlement. It's like, you know, that's like the American way, right? It's fucking, our life is so easy that we gotta fucking make up shit and go online and get in fights with people just to excite ourselves. But now you're talking about trading, and it's like, fuck, man. I can't stress it enough, man. It's like this is trading is exciting, but at the same time, you want to get to the point where it's repetitious, it's a reflex, and you're doing the same shit over and over, which is I do every day. I do the same shit. I wake up, there's a pattern I do. It's like a golf swing, right? So like Tiger Woods, like he does the same routine every fucking time. You know, he doesn't deviate. The moment he deviates, he got caught with 10 chicks, and that's whole life fucked up, right? And so once again, it's a mental thing. And so if you want to compare, you know, your life to someone like Tiger Woods, man, he became the best, and then it was so fucking boring for him, right? He kicked everyone's ass. So he needed to go and get laid by 20 different chicks and get caught, and then his whole life ended. And now he's trying to slowly start back. Okay, so let's recap. So DDEDE. So when I woke up, this song, it shot up like this. I'm like, dude, I read the news. It's weird. It's not, you know. So my strategy is like, I'm looking for a pig. Meaning like some sort of scam or something they're doing a pump to sell paper. So it didn't fit that model, that news. And so, and it was just hella strong, dude. It held a tight range. And so I drew my lines. I was like, you know, I scalped a couple times, and then once the 3-line established, notice this one, boom. So this one I got fucking like tricked. So this is the first bounce, because I mean, this was at, what time is this? I hate going long, but sometimes going long, I see it and it's good. So what happens, like there was a 30 or 40,000 bidder. So this is what I was trying to explain. There's a 30 or 40,000 bidder at $3, and people started slamming them, and because so it was, but it had to be a short trap, because what happened was he disappeared, but it only went down to $3.97, so only 3 cents off, and so everyone's slamming that 3 because they're thinking if 3 gets cleared, it's suckers tanking all the way down here, right? And so that's called a trap. So they fucking trap, because at the moment that happened, they freaking spiked up to 340, dude. You see that? So here's a good hint on stopping out. So I'm gonna say real quick, because I shouldn't say this. I don't want people to know. But if a support breaks and it doesn't break with authority, and it's like, so now $3 and it bounced right off of 297. It's a fucking trap, dude. You better get the fuck out. You better recognize that really quick, because a true support breakdown, it should fucking tank to 280. If it doesn't do that and it moves, same thing with the being a top. So 320 was a top, whatever, and then it barely fucking went back and went down. And so the whole thing is like, it needs to break resistance or support with authority. That's what I call it. I make up terms along. So it needs to have a fucking authority, and if it's a wishy-washy bounce like that, it's a fucking trap. It makes sense, guys? So with authority. Anyways, we will once I start more, I'll tell you, but I'm just doing a quick recap for everybody. So that trade is pretty much like, so I recognize it wasn't I was just nibbling, dude. I was like, I didn't know it was a long, but I felt that 320 was a line, so I gave it a shot. And I was just scalping 10, 15 cents, you know, until it did something. And then the moment it did something was when the guy came up, showed his cards. He finally showed his cards. He had put a 30, 40,000 bid, just like he did earlier, right? With a 25,000 bid on the 310. And so we know there's a pumper in there, dude. And so let's work with that big pumper, because that guy's controlling that shit, right? And so the midday is very dangerous. I don't really know. So the line now is $3. If it goes down with authority, what's the low here? 292. This is to 292. See, so it goes under, so 290 would be your stop, right? Or 288. So if it's under 288, some shit like that, you know it's fucking game over. Until that happens, you know, it's still a long, in my opinion, because it's trapping. Midday is really difficult. I don't fuck around with that, because it's so thin that they can whip you down to 280, 260 and go right back. And so I like to take the higher probability trades. So in the morning, There's going to be a little correction. So it didn't correct enough, so and then it trapped, and so that's why I went long bias. So I stopped doing shorting. If I did the short, it'd be channel trading. That's basically scalping. But if you're scalping for 10 cents and you don't know what you're doing, you can be losing like 50 cents. So it's not worth it unless you really know what you're doing. And so here it is right now. It's going. Let's see if the theory holds, right? It's going to trap again. And it's just right now it's just no meat. It's just tiny, dude. It's like freaking 8-cent move, you know? So it's not worth it for you to trade. If there's no meat, I call it no meat. You need to have meat on the bone. In the morning, there was a possible meat. Okay. So let me get to the play that I really liked. CTRV. So I identified this as my top pick of the day. And I'm not gonna go detail as to what makes it a top pick. Everyone has a different strategy. Maybe I'll share it when when we start a service. But right now, that's just my own thing, right? But it's all based on charting, dude. And so I actually so in the morning it did this. So my line was 125. So I was actually very patient. I was actually pissed when it went down here. But I actually started shorting earlier in the morning and then just taking a nibble and see. So it's okay to nibble. The problem comes is when you're too convicted, you have too much conviction, and it's wrong. So I mean, I wake up every day, I'm like, I don't fucking know. That's my attitude. I have a hunch, but I don't know. So let's test it. So the way I do it is like, I test it. I wait for it to do something which proves to me whether or not my theory is right or wrong. Just like the DEE trapping at 298 because they think $3 is the support, right? So that proved to me that it's a fucking long. So it needs to do something. So in the morning it tanks, see, but it bounced right up here. And so when it went here, I actually did size up here, and then I saw a seller around the 220, 127 level. And so these plays are difficult because it's the channel's tight, dude. You got like 20 cents. And so you have to use, so it's very difficult. There's not much meat you squeeze, but I mean, I have experience, so I'm able to take a decent sized position on this. Like, I think I had like 40,000 shares or something. Because I was saving actually for 130, 140. Okay, so I was saving some bullets, but so some of these might not be your flavors. Just you don't have to trade everything. It's your strategy. You pick what you want to do, like I said. Okay, and so this one I was like, you know, I liked it. So and I'm glad that everyone's on DDE, so no one's messing around with this stuff. Now, so this BRN, man, this thing that pissed me off. I mean, I'm not right all the time, so this one was a big mistake because I really wanted to short this, but I was scared. It was weird news, it was slow volume. It never had a big day besides today, so I don't know the history of how it would react. Let me see. Let me take a look at this again. Yeah, I mean, I was just, so I really wanted around the 250 level to 280 level, but never got back there. And then when it opened, it tanked too fast, so I'm already out of the game. So I was like, screw it, dude. I'm not gonna chase it. So this is part of the discipline I'm talking about. I mean, I wanted this thing pretty badly too, but it never gave an opportunity. It kept going down. Like, there's no bounces for me to get in. I can hit it, but that's my strategy. My strategy, I'm not gonna, the only time I would hit the bid a lot is when I already have a decent average. I'm adding to the winner. But if I'm doing a starter position and there's no set support that it broke, it's hard for me to chase down 20, 30 cents because that could be the bottom, dude. Just like the traps, right? So I kept my discipline. So my discipline, it would be, screw it, dude. I'm avoiding this. You know, S is good. So you got in 254. I didn't wake up that early. 254. You were up early, my friend. You're up like at 3. Yeah, I was still in the bathroom taking a piss. So good job. Yeah, so that's the problem nowadays too. In the summer, the early bird gets the worm, and it's like you gotta get super early because the guys like Edson is freaking up there. He doesn't even sleep, right? He probably woke up at midnight and waiting for the stock to do this stuff. But anyway, and so for me, I mean, everyone has a different way to do it. I play it So nowadays I'm playing it super safe. Yeah, 7 a.m. Eastern. I'm on California, so that would be like 4 a.m. I can't do it. So he gets these nice scenarios. But for me, I like wake up actually later like this, like at 8, because the chart has been formed. I'm not guessing. So at this level, he is kind of guessing. It worked out great, but it's good and it's bad. So he's aggressive. He's cherry picking the top, and when he's right, it banks. But I've had, I mean, it could go both ways, right? There's not enough information at 7 a.m. to determine that's the top. So I've noticed over time, I like to play it more safe. So I like to let the chart develop, and then I pick my lines after. So there's 2 ways to do it. I may miss it, which I missed BRN completely, and I'm like shit, but it's okay. I mean, this is sort of habit I keep talking about, right? Don't get pissed about coulda, shoulda. It's like over time, being safe like this saves you a shitload of money, dude. Right? How many times you're fucking early and you're like, the chart is not set up yet, because I need to see volume. So my whole thing is very small 5K. See? Some people, that's big. It's all relative. But yeah, I mean, that's the way it is. So for his size, it's very small for him. So it's awesome. So he has room to maneuver in and out. So the whole point is, you know, it's not all in at one area. I talked to some beginner traders, and I see their mental thing. It's like, I think this is, I remember back, that's how we were back then too. It's like, we never imagined being able to scale in, scale out. We're like either, so my friend's like buying long 1,000 shares of Win. Like I'm freaking, like how much is Win now? It's like fucking $200 a share or some crap like that. And I'm like, what the fuck are you doing, dude? You're just buying one shot. Because they don't understand the concept of maybe I should break it into 4 trades. Then I have 4 different times I can add and save bullets. So those are the type of things that, you know, like it sounds very obvious to us, but to beginner, it's not. You know, and so try a lot of these different techniques. You know, you never know, man. I like to break my stuff out, so. Okay, so that's BRN. So I missed that, and I still have open orders right now at 212 to nibble it, and that's not getting there, so we won't do it. So 230 would be fucking great, but we won't do there. You never know. And like I said last time in one of my IG lives, like, I'm wishing it goes back up. I'm wishing. But sometimes be careful what you wish. If it goes back too far, you just got toasted. You just got trapped, my friend. Okay? And so if it goes back to 230 and go down, it's great. But if sucker maybe goes down to 250, 260, and then boom, you're dead. So be careful what you wish for too. It's like you're greedy. This is the greed aspect. I wanted to redo it. But when the stock goes back up that much, there's a reason, because you just got your ass kicked and you just got trapped. So the first thing, so to recap, let me see what else I trade here. So CTR, so this is my main one. I got, you know, I traded RWLK. RWLK. This was just a continuation play. It's like it ran so much I didn't touch it on Friday, which is good. They trapped the shit out of everybody. I hate these penny stocks for shorting. It's a pumper's dream because it's so damn cheap. I don't touch them anything under $1 to short. That's a death wish. Under $1 is a pumper's dream, and you should, if you want, it's a safe buy to buy small. It's a risk reward thing, so you go long. You know, like a 90, 80 cents. I mean, if you do small, you know, you don't hurt. But when it goes like 50%, man. It's huge because all the early guys short it, and it's just a big fucking mess. And so for these, I like to wait. And if it's past a certain time, I don't trade in the afternoon like this. I just let it do its thing. I wait for the next day. And these are the low-hanging fruit kind of stuff that I'm doing. So I got a little bit of the move, 117 like I posted, but not anything enough. I mean, I was there early trying to piece this in as much as I can, and it didn't work out. But I mean, you made, you know, it's all relative. You made some, so. And it was like, today was pretty low stress because I identified which ones I wanted to short. I was not overly biased and started fighting DDE. If you start fighting DDE, you're done, you're toast. So never be biased. So I go into the day having a hunch whether or not it's a long or a short, and I let the stock prove itself. That's how I call it. I let it prove itself. So because the moment I become too biased, I keep forgetting that I can go long a stock or I can short a stock, right? And it's like, dude, it's a beautiful thing when you can do both sides of the trade. Let's see what else is there. Yeah, guys. So the moral of the story is keep good habits, and these IG lives have been helping me because I've been more focused and not screwing around. So you need to do in your life what you need to do in life. Like for me, like I would be so bored, I would just enter trades just to fuck around, and then you lose money. It'd be cheaper for me to leave during the day. Like a lot of people don't have the discipline. To be honest, I don't have the discipline to sit there and not do anything. I'd be risking profits all day long and end up losing all the profits, right? So, and you get sick of yourself. So, like, dude, sometimes like leave, go to the gym, just get the hell out of the house. So in this case, IG Live is helping me, and maybe starting a service or something. And any questions about what anything, guys? Let me see. I'm gonna go back to the questions. I'm gonna ask a couple of questions, and then we'll be done for the day. Any questions? I'm gonna take two questions and then. Yeah, Market Wizards, Jack Swagger. All right, guys, that's good. I think we are good this moment, and then yeah, man, midday I just kind of leave because when I miss it. It's like, fuck, man, I don't want to chase. It's like tomorrow's a new day. I keep preaching consistency and taking the move and high probability. It's fucking true, man. It's like, it's not how much you make, it's how much you don't lose as well, okay? It sucks when you take a big hit. You worked a month, and now you got one dumbass play because you were stubborn, because it always works out, and then that one dumbass play wipe you out for a month. It happens all the time, man, regardless of what level. The good guys that keep making money consistently are the guys that have no ego and don't do these stupid things. And so it may take you 10 times like it took me 10 times to realize that. But if you don't realize that, dude, you're gonna get wiped out. I'll leave it one last thing. My stop losses. So my stop losses it could be, for most people it's a price. For me, it's not a price. It's a time. I give it to a certain time. If it doesn't do what I want during a certain time, I need to get the fuck out. It's also a max loss. So the max loss is the most important, in my opinion. You have an, oh shit, get the fuck out. This is the most I can lose on this stock, okay? Fuck the price, dude. It's how much you can lose. To me, it's easier as a human being to think of it like that. And that's what I think keeps me alive. Because like if you have a price, you're like, oh, but it might be a trick. You know, like, shit, what if it's 2 cents over? He just tricked me. No, dude. Max loss is the ultimate fucking shit. This is how much I have in my account. This is how much I can afford to lose today. Because I need to make that money back tomorrow. So you need to have a max loss. Okay, that's just my personal thing. Max loss is more important than the price. Okay? And the time, you know, so we would talk more of that, but I give it a certain time. If it doesn't work out my certain time, it's like, dude, my theory is wrong. It may trick me later on. Usually a lot of times I was like, okay, I'm closing this shit out. It didn't do what I wanted to do. And then it would do it later. But it's like, why am I taking the risk, right? So there you guys have it, guys. For a beginner, in my opinion, max loss amount is crucial to keep your bankroll. Okay? Because you don't know what the fuck the price is. You're still too young, you know? We don't know. So, all right, guys. I will see you guys later this week. You guys have a good day.